you guys? It's Jessie from Bands 411 and Mystic Magazine. We are here with the lovely Archthrone. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Noah.
I'm Matt. I'm Ian.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Brandon.
And
what are your guys' roles in the band?
So I am lead vocal and bassist.
Drums and backing vocals.
I'm a guitarist and I write most of the shit.
Guitarist.
I'm co-producer with Noah, and I do the photography and fill in on instrumentals when needed.
He's our everything guy.
Pretty much.
So, how have you guys been since the world went silent a year ago?
We've been getting through, just steadily working on the EP, trying to get it done. Trying to just make headway as much as we can.
I know you guys have a project in the works. What can you tell me about said project that you're able to say?
So one of the biggest things I do want to say, and it's one thing we can't agree on as a band, is it's definitely a little different than what most people have seen. It's about a Navajo skinwalker. It's more of a concept album, though. We can definitely say that. There's a good story involved in it. We've taken a lot of time and put a lot of work into it, so we're just hoping everybody kind of enjoys it when it does come out. We do have a single we're working on right now. It's the first track on the album, and we should be having that released as soon as equipment stops failing on us.
Have you guys had your first show back since COVID hit, and what was that like for you guys?
I mean, we went up to the Ark.
Really?
Yeah, we went up to the Ark.
I mean,
That was about it. I mean, it's just our buddy's band,
Yeah.
but he lobbed off his finger 2 days before.
yeah.
I had to learn Ian's soul the same day of the show, so it kind of threw everything off, and things happen.
We gave Brandon like less than 24 hours to learn our longest song.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And your guys' songs aren't something easy to memorize either.
No.
They're intricate and they're well put together. And when you guys perform, it's not like your typical metal band on stage where they're just a band. You can see that you guys are more than a band. You're like a band of brothers.
We've discussed this a lot as a band and everything. Like, it's really important that, like, outside of the band, our relationship is strong, because at the end of the day, like, especially when we go on tour, because we know we want to go on tour eventually. It's going to be one of those things where, like, we have to have each other's backs. We have to know each other better as, like, just like friends and stuff, and be more of brothers than anything, because even if the band were to fall apart, none of us would hate each other or disappear from each other's lives. We've grown too close over the past few years.
Do you guys have any future shows coming up?
Not in the books right now, sadly. The music scene is just starting to get back on its feet. I mean, shows just got cleared, a week ago?
Within the month, but not even that long ago.
And
I think the first show back was June 12th.
Yep.
Last weekend, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and like the energy, you can tell people are like, well, what do we do?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's weird, because before COVID, you could go to a show and it's just like, yeah, we're here. And now it's like, what do we do?
Yep.
How do we act? What do we do?
We, as a band, can honestly say we're not ready to take back to the stage yet. We are finally getting to a point now to where we'll actually have material ready, and it'll be tight and it'll sound good for playing back on stage. Because we all agreed that, because we've been hitting recording so hard, we have kind of gotten out of touch with, like, the stage life and stuff like that. And so when we go back, we don't want
people to come to one of our next shows and be like, oh yeah, this is like when I saw him like a fucking year ago.
Yep.
We want them to come and be like, wow, these guys are like way
Night
better
and day.
than what they used to be.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to disappoint, There was a band that actually came out and said, and me and you were talking about this not too long ago, that if you didn't utilize, the pandemic era to do something as a band, or fix something as a band, or just like, change in general, you wasted time. Because regardless if anybody likes it or not, that break that everybody had, was just a good and a bad thing, because it gave us time to, at first, we kind of stepped back from the banks. We've been pushing real hard, and we were like burning out real fast. Gave us time to like kick back and relax and kind of revisit like some of the basics of being a band and stuff, just being friends and everything like that. And then we finally decided like, okay, I think the break's gone on long enough. We need to get back together. And then that's when we really started pushing to finish up like with a lot of writing and, kind of recenter ourselves as a band and as a whole.
What are you most looking forward to?
just seeing old friends. Honestly, like playing with people on stage, like
homies.
yeah,
just
dude.
the
boys.
Everyone that we've met along the way has been just about as supportive as we could possibly ever ask for. So just to be able to even see them again, just even if it's not at our show, but at another show or whatever, but just being able to see them again is what we look forward to the most with shows.
Yeah.
Because we just appreciate everyone's support that's ever been along the way, because we wouldn't really be here without it.
Yeah, I mean, even for the bands that have like come to pass as we've been together, it is it's still one of those things where like when we go to shows and stuff like that, it's of course like business and stuff like that. When we get up on stage, there's the mindset of like, all right, we're here, let's do this, let's fucking do our best and play our hearts out. But when we get off stage, it's always like we're running around the whole crowd trying to find everybody and hang out with everybody and talk to everybody and just kind of catch up and just
Yeah.
That's one of the things too, is when we played with MPD, it wasn't even the fact that we were on stage that was great. It was just the fact that we got to see our buddies again. We got to see our brothers and stuff like that, and that just was like, it made it a lot easier for us, because we've been dying for shows. We've been really, really wanting to get back into the scene, even if we're not playing our own shows, just to go to shows and like hop up on stage with like our buddies' bands and stuff like that would just be awesome.
Do you guys have anything else you would like to add?
The lost art of like being a band and what it means to actually be a band. Being in a band isn't what you think. It's not just all fun and games. It's not just parties. It's not. It is a constant grind. It is day in and day out. When you leave your day job, you go home, that band is still there. That responsibility still follows. When you go around and you want to do something stupid, you have to think about how it is going to affect your band. And on top of that, you can't just be an asshole to your bandmates. You have to step up and be a brother at times. There are times we have to remove ourselves from the situation of being, a leader or a bandmate or, the head of something, and move more into the aspect of like, okay, this is, at the end of the day, these are my brothers. Like, how do we take care of each other? And the biggest thing with the scene that really breaks my heart sometimes is I see a lot of bands, and they all are either like 50-50. Some of them are really close or they're not at all. And it's just about the money after a certain point. And don't get me wrong, it's every musician's dream job to do this full time, And it comes with like a lot of responsibility. And a lot of people think and over glorify us as a band. They think, I can't tell you how many times I've seen it, where it's, you're going to do fun work, or you're going to have fun with your buddies and stuff. No, it's grueling. We sit down and we play the same songs over and over and over, and we'll still fuck up on them, And
in a small confined area with a lot of hot ass equipment.
Yeah.
It
literally, there's been times where this lifestyle almost broke us. Because it's not just like it's, us partying all the time. Like, all people ever see is when we're at shows, They're never really here when we're practicing or going over new riffs or trying to write or getting stumped. And
just the general struggle of trying to figure things out or learn a new skill set with your your instrument or whatever you're trying to do, and the overall mental stress and headache that you go through, and the heartbreak that goes through when you keep struggling and you're trying to do this over and over, and you keep failing and nothing seems to work, and no matter what you do, you can't seem to persevere, but you keep pushing on anyway, because in the end it's gonna be worth it. But you still, that whole time, you're feeling like, is this really worth it? But it is, but you just you want to give up, but you can't.
Or even just looking at it from a producing side, from me and Noah, the amount of times that we have sat down trying to record something or trying to get the equipment to work, and literally all day we're pulling our hair out and we want to just smash all of the equipment because we're just that frustrated and things are just going that rough that we're like, fuck, what the hell do we do? Or even there's been times as their photographer where I've went to shows and it's been stressful on me to get there and try to get my equipment and make sure I can get the amount of photos that they want. It's not it's not all fun and games at the end of the day. Sure, there's great times and there's good memories,
Yeah.
but in between all of that, there's a lot of stress and a lot of hard work.
Thank you guys for watching our interview with Archthrone. Please go check them out in the links down below. Don't forget to give them a like and subscribe to all of their social medias. Go check them out. Go spam the shit out of them. As always, stay amazing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys!
Bye.
See ya.